episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. And today I've got one that came by way of Ferengi. She is one of the moderators of Section 42, which moderates the Ramen Junkies group on Facebook. If you're not a member, go and join up. We'll let you in. Be good though. Anyways, Sedaap white curry from Indonesia. Yeah, there was at one point like over 20 different varieties of white curry on the market. And that followed the big white curry boom of 2013. And yeah, we're going to cook this up today. But she sent me this stuff along with a zillion other varieties from Indonesia. And so thank you, a million, zillion, bazillion thank you. So let's turn this down a slight bit. Noodles in the pot. And I'm going to let you watch the noodles as they cook. Think of that. Because that's what you want. And once again, I give you what you want. There we go. So yeah, I've been a fan of white curry for, well, since 2013. And Mike Wally came out with Penang white curry, and I was like, wow, this stuff is really good. And it was really spicy at the time. It was like one of the spiciest things I'd ever had, and it hit number 7 on the top 10 spicy list. And that went viral in Malaysia. And that caused companies to go, whoa, look at that. And yeah. And it was such a big deal that Mike Wally at the time, the next year, invited my wife and I to come and visit Malaysia. And that was my first big trip, our first big trip, to Asia. And it was amazing. And I'm hoping that we will take another trip one of these days soon. That would be great. I went with her, that was in 2014. And since then, I've been on a couple more trips, but she wasn't able to go. I took my sister. We went to, I've been to Taiwan twice, been to Thailand once. I'm telling you, Thailand, wow. Cool place. So many neat people. I miss it. I mean, I consider just the short amount of time that I've gotten to enjoy being in Asia sold me. That's it. I don't want to live anywhere else. There's something about Asia that seems like home to me, which might seem weird, but I don't care. You can think that's weird all you want. I've always been fascinated with Asia, and it just feels like home. It feels like the place I belong. So someday, I'd like to live in Taiwan because it's like a jumping point to everywhere in Asia. Airfare is really cheap. That's a plus. So you can take a flight out of Taipei and end up anywhere you want, and airfare is reasonably priced, let me tell you. So, yeah. Cool stuff. I can't wait. Someday I will be back in Asia. Someday. I still haven't been to South Korea or Japan. Everybody thinks that those are the places I should go. But I really enjoyed, I wouldn't mind going, I want to go to Singapore. I don't know, the flavors in like Peninsular Malaysia and all that stuff are just off the hook. Taiwan has some flavors that are just beyond belief. Yeah, I wet my beak on those places. Thailand I liked a lot. I got more of the, I guess the corporate tour style of Thailand. Not so much of the, like street vendor stuff, which is what I got in the other places. And I'd like to go and try more Thai flavors that are kind of more off the beaten touristy path. Not to say that the stuff I got to try there was any slouch. It was good. And as usual, I will say that the flavors that I had over there happily included duck. And duck is one of the most wonderful food meat wonders of the world. Hey, I think that might actually be coconut milk powder. I'm not sure. But it kind of, I got the whiffins of it. Okay. So the coconut milk powder is making it white. Then there's a seasoning sachet. And then there's an oil sachet, which is going in right about now. Now remember, this is not Malaysian white curry. This is a play on Malaysian white curry from Indonesia. So we'll see. You might be saying, but wait, Indonesia is like literally, you know, you can see Malaysia from, or Indonesia from Malaysia. You probably can in certain spots, but the distance from Malaysia to Thailand is minuscule. And I mean, they share a border, and the food culture of both countries are so different. Malaysian tom yum is thick. Thai tom yum is much thinner. It's just like, it's like a whole different country. But I mean, just the difference in culture in such a small area is intense. But you go there, the air smells different. Everything is different. It's great. All it took was a little bit of travel, and my outlook on the entire world and how everything is so different than it used to be. But I want more. A lot more. I want my kids to see it too. All right, here's one I've been waiting years to try. Cheers. The noodle is quite good. Let's get in this broth. This is the white curry broth. That's really good. Not like any white curry I've ever had. There's nothing wrong with that, though. This is very different. It's sweet. I mean, it's really sweet. Huh. But it's really good. Well, I bumped something. I made the camera turn off for a moment there, and I don't know what I did. I bumped something. Yeah, look at this broth. All of a sudden it goes doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and then you get all these different bubbles and dots and colors coming out. Yeah, we really want to showcase this broth. Let's give it a comb over. Okay. So we need our friend, the fish ball. We need some fish ball, we need some egg. Whoa, that's a big egg. Hey, big egg. There we go. big egg. We got that. We've got some mung bean sprouts. Those right there. We got some... Do I want to use the tofu? Yeah, because I don't want that to go bad. I think it's kind of the last day of this tofu I got. If I could find it, where'd it go? Whoa, wait a second. This must be the old. Yeah, this is the old one. Is this it? No, that's cheese. This is it. Here we go. There we go. A little fried tofu here. See? It wants to be wanted, and it will be wanted. If you haven't had fried tofu or tofu puff, you're missing out. All you gotta do is get some. Get you some. Gonna put a little on top of these, give it a little color. We do have our friend, the apt accompaniment for white curry, mint. Mint sets it off. And then I'm going to put just a tiny bit of sesame seed in here. And some crushed red pepper. This stuff is good. If you are in Australia and you can find it, I recommend it. This is a neat variety, and it's a really neat play on Penang white curry because it's like very sweet. Did not expect the sweetness to be coming out of this. I do think it needs a little bit more color. I think a little bit. Oh yeah, I do have that. I've had clay pot white curry in Malaysia, in Penang, and one thing they had in the middle of the table was either fried onion or what do you call it? Basically like pork rinds. But I'll add some fried onion. It's a little more accessible for all sorts of people all over the place. So, spring onion? I know, people don't like it when I waste, so I will add a little spring onion. Right there, just a touch, just a touch. And there goes rotato. Alright, well, a really good bowl of noodles out of Indonesia, emulating a Malaysian favorite. And yeah, thanks again to Ferengi for sending this over. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome stuff. And yeah, this has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment of your your noodles each and every day. Like, subscribe, and yeah, do your thing. Have a good one. Bye-bye.